Hello everyone. Good morning to all. Welcome to science class. So we are discussing about the chapter body movements. In the last class we studied about the skeleton of our body, the framework of our body. And now we are studying what are the important parts of our skeleton, or what are the important areas of human skeleton. Okay, just recall what are they that we studied yesterday. Hmm. What are the important parts that we already studied? A rib cage, a skull, then carpels, backbone, etc. Then again, some more important parts are there. Just look to the back or near to your shoulder, below the neck. Below the neck is the part from where the two hands are originating. The two hands, they are starting to arise from this two areas or shoulder areas of our body. Okay, just ask to your friend to press hardly on the wall or anywhere, any hard surface at the front, or yourself you want to do pressing very hardly. At that time we can see that two bowl shaped structures are very prominent or very clear, protruding out, പുറത്തേക്ക് തള്ളി ഇങ്ങനെ നിൽക്കുന്നത് കാണാം ഭാഗത്ത്, ചുമലിൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്ത്. This is what's called a shoulder bones. These are the shoulder bones. In figure 8.12, you can see the shoulder bones very clear. Okay. Again, you can see the pelvic bones, figure 8.13. The pelvic bones. The pelvic bones is usually present in the part that we are usually sit on. Okay, that again we can say the portion for body below the stomach. The portion for body below the stomach, and that is the part that we are usually using to sit. Okay, this part again, another bone we can see, another framework we can see, that is called pelvic bones. Then about the skull we already studied. In figure 8.14 you can see the skull. Okay, skull is also another part of our skeleton or human skeleton. So these are the important areas of, or important parts of human skeleton. Okay, other than this we can see the bones of hands and legs. Bones of hands and legs is also there. In lower class we already studied that the human skeleton, which is made up of 206 bones. Okay, 206 bones. At the time of early years or just after the birth, the number of bones is larger than adult. Okay, 305 bones are there in case of an infant or small baby, young baby. Then again, the small bones or the joints of the baby fuses to form single bones, and in case of an adult we can see 206 bones. This is because of the fusion of some of the joints or some of the bones, resulting in the reduction in the number of bones. Okay, so normally in an adult body we can see 206 bones. Again we can see some other hard structures present in our body. Just press the tip of your nose. Tip of your nose. Did you feel anything hard there? Is it strong as that of a bone? Is it soft as that of a muscle? No, it is not so strong as that of a bone, but not so soft as a muscle. This is what is called a soft bone. Okay, a soft bone. Or what is the other name? These are the cartilage. Cartilage is a soft bone. Again, another location, that is a pinna of ear, earlobe, chevikuda. Just touch this part also. So we can see this is also not so hard and not so soft. This is called a soft bone. Okay, and the soft bone usually we can see in between the joints, around the joints, pinna of ear, then tip of the nose, etc. In all these areas we can see the soft bone. Feel and touch and feel your soft bone present in the pin of ear and also the tip of nose. So in total we can say our skeleton is made up of bones, joints, and also cartilage. All this can make a framework to our body. This is what is called our skeleton. The skeleton is not enough. It is not only for giving framework, but it is for the movement also. Okay, by the combined action of skeleton and muscles, we are able to move our different body parts. We can see in here almost all bones are covered with, enclosed by muscles. Muscles are always present as a part of bone. So this muscle and bone work together to maintain the movement of our body organs. Okay, we can see the muscles along with the upper arm, lower arm, this bones of the legs, etc. In all these areas we can see muscles. So the muscles and bones work together to enable the movement of different body organs. Do you know how these muscles can show movement? Muscles are always able to show contraction and relaxation. The contraction means ചുരുങ്ങുക, relaxation means വികസിക്കുക. So this contraction and relaxation of muscles help to move the bone associated with this muscle. And the muscles are always work in pairs. Along with one bone, we can see one pair of muscle. Okay, on both sides of the bone, we can see muscles are there. While the muscles becoming contract, it will become shorter, stiffer and thicker. It will become so thicker and hard. It may pushes the bone to the opposite direction. So how can we say when one of them contracts, one of this pair of muscle contracts, the bone is pulled in that direction. The other at that time the other pair is relaxing to allow this movement. To move the bone in the opposite direction, the relaxed muscle again contracts. Okay, so the contracted muscle again relaxes. In this way, the muscles always work in pairs by contracting and relaxing. Okay, this contraction relaxation helps in the muscle movement. So usually a muscle can only pull. There is no pushing. Pulling helps the bones to move in that direction. Okay, pushing is not, but pulling is only allow the bone to move in that particular direction. While it is pulling the bone, the other pair it may relaxes. Okay, so in that way it will move. Then the remaining part, that is about the variety existing among different animals to show movement other than without skeleton. Okay, that we will do in next class. Thank you.